G'day everybody there at FTX and abroad. I hope you're well and you've had a good week. A couple of good things have happened this week. Yes, it has been a good week for different reasons. Let me talk you through some of those reasons. First and foremost, if you don't have an FTX account, this is brought to you by FTX. So you go down into the description and open one up. You get 10% off your trading fees, and that's going to help you in the long run, especially when you start to kill the pig and make some real money. Second thing to say is if you don't know how to risk manage long raising orders or short raising orders, please, again, in the description below, there are a couple of videos there that will give you the lowdown as to how exactly to do that. We manage our risk first and foremost, given no other option. That's it. We always do it. So the video's down there as well. Give it a like if you like the video too. Yay! Okay. Bitcoin. Well, how's the big dog doing? Let's go and have a little scratch around and see. Obviously, yesterday was a positive day. Now, you've heard me harp on quite a lot about this little wee bullish candle here in the weekly. A couple of weeks back, we broke the high. We were coming down towards, crap territory, and we've bounced since then. Now, one of the things that I think is really, really important to understand is that moves don't always happen instantly. When and maybe you're new to this channel or maybe you're new to these videos, I talked about this candle back here a while back, took another week, then we broke higher, then we saw a really strong market. I made money out of that, I hope you did too. Now we've pulled back in. This is an even better pullback because this is the second wave. This is the confirmation of trend. The trend's already confirmed as being up, but this is a really nice, if we get above this level here at 12,500, oh my goodness me. We then have a license to move above the sort of 14,000 level that was back in June of 2019, and that's a big step in the right direction, because if we were to do this, and I'm going to do it, watch out, look out, here I come, that monthly back into that cradle has touched the 10 and now it's come off. Now, not as much data here, of course, because FTX has not been around that long, and well done for doing so well on that time, because it allows me to trade the way I like to trade, and that's why I work with FTX. But that monthly is starting to look quite sexy indeed, coupled with a weekly, coupled with a daily. If we can get above this high of 11,200, we'll have a higher low and a higher high. And I'm really hopeful to see that. And based on yesterday's move, closing, call it 5% up, it's really undone a lot of the selling pressure. Now let's not get too far let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We could very well see this as a lower high. We could break the low here. But from my perspective, the way it's looking right now, based on the weekly and the monthly, and this is why I use multiple time frame analysis, it's looking like it's time to ride. If you've, the Nicholas, yeah, anyway. So let's see what's going on lower. Not a great deal. Bitcoin's got to break up through this region. This was the support level that was set, and I started to raise orders. 10,550 was my first for a couple of Bitcoin. Then I bought more at 10,150, 10,050, and I bought some more again the other day back around here. And it was all based off that weekly trend. So I'm sitting pretty happy. But I want to see us break above here and then really soldier on. Pull back in. Hey, look, it's very much on the cards. If you consider, let's look at a couple of things. First and foremost, boom to boom. We're talking 9.5%. Right, from the high, and let's move up to the low. That's so far there. 9.5%. From the low to where we are now, we've come back 5.7. So over half of the move that we over half of the move that we lost, we're back. It only takes 4.5% again, and we're going to be above this little level here, which of course, just to remind you, yeah, it's above that level there on that high on the daily, giving us a higher low and a higher high. So there's nothing there for me to trade on Bitcoin at the moment, but alas, don't you fear, there are options out there. Again, coming to Binance right now. Look, I've got to be honest, there's a high, there's a low, there's a high. It's a bit messy on that daily, no doubt about it. We look at this weekly, however, and although it has been a bit, how you doing? The trend is there, higher low, higher high, pullback, couple of pullbacks. We're in the right zone for a continuation to the upside. I like the look of that weekly more than anything else, more than the daily. Now, if I come down here and show you the 4 hour, this is a higher low, higher high. So we have pushed into uptrend territory, and what I'm looking at now is just opportunities on pullbacks. You can see a couple of test 1, test 2. I would be very open to a cradle right there off of this level. I want to see it pull back a little bit further. You might be thinking, I don't want to see it pull back, Craig, but you actually do. The reason you do is because it gives us opportunities to trade at the right levels, and that's what I'm waiting for. Would I go lower? Not at the moment, no. I'd like to see a little bit deeper pullback. I mean, you could. There is a potential for a half-hour cradle, but I try and take the best trades, and the 1 hour is going to set that for me. So waiting for it to pull back into 24, 34, or around that region, a little bit higher, a little bit lower, it's fine. That's one that's on the list. Link also had a big day yesterday, of course, punching pretty heavily, 29%. One thing to consider, though, is that that's a lower high, that's a lower low. It's pulled back into its cradle zone. So it has not yet... reversed that trend, but I'm okay with that if I go to lower time frames and really focus on those, because Link has no doubt had a very, very strong move higher, obviously 29%. I'm watching on these what was it, the 30. What I want to see here is, so I will trade lower time frames too, by the way, higher low, higher high. I'm hoping to see this be a higher low. If we can push on, I want to see $10 cleared. I want to see us get through $10. It's a round number and it's a psychological barrier. We push through there and pullbacks in 15-minute cradles, that sort of thing. That's what I'm after there on Link. Here's one of my favorite trends at the moment. Tomo, starting at the daily. Let's check this puppy out. Higher low, higher high. I love trading with that daily trend and the weekly trend, which of course it's a bit messy, but it's a big bullish candle right there. So let's come back to that 4 hour. Yeah, it's the 4 hour. Look, higher low, higher low, higher low. Now we've got a higher high. Waiting for that pullback into this region. Now I can overlay some Fibonacci here if I wish to, but it's not going to add too much value at this stage because we haven't pulled back. But somewhere in between sort of the 50 and the 61.8 would be nice, but again, I will remove that. I just want to see a pullback, a bullish candle with that cradle strategy, and then I'm good to go. Second to that is Theta. It's been messy through here, but it has now let go. It's a higher low, a higher high. It's convergent on that 4, and it's convergent on the 8. We're looking at this high to this high. So again, another opportunity potentially if we pull back. 80% of your trades are going to be taking care of, making a little bit, getting a little bit back, making a little bit, getting a little bit back. If you can break even on your 80%, you're doing well. If you can be profitable on your 80%, you're doing even better. It's when we get the big runs that we can make a lot of money. And at the moment, we just seem to be on that verge. A couple of things need to occur for us, but we're very, very close to getting it. Guys, have a fantastic weekend. I'm taking the kids camping this weekend. I'm going to be away from the charts completely. Don't forget, if you haven't got your FTX account, 10% off your trading fees in the description below. Give us a like, ask any questions in the comments. I won't be around this weekend, but you can be sure that I will get back to them. Have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you soon. My daughter's at the door. I gotta go. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.